The following movie is about the infamous treehouse, one in which I fell out of twice. Once I broke both wrists and my shoulder and put 10 stitches next to my eye, my right eye. And the next one was 2.5 years later, and that was a broken leg when I fell out of the treehouse. Uh, the movie starts off at building the treehouse. You can see how we built it with all the blocks and tackles and all the things that Patrick helped me with. He was in the Navy and he knew how to tie knots good and do all that stuff. And so we were able to hoist the parts of the treehouse that I had built, the walls and the roof and so forth, up with a pulley system, and it was pretty cool. But then the next part you'll see when we get to it.
Yeah. I'm 38.
Good. Our boy here, Patrick's helping me put the treehouse up, so see, I'll let you do a little bit and I'll do a little. And look up my way. I'll be able to tell the phone that red light will come on. Push the orange.
It says record.
It does?
Yeah. I can't see one.
I could see one.
It says record and the little arrow's going forward.
Okay, but look around and see, Garrett. The red light's on. All right. It's not working, Gary, is it?
Well, it says record and the arrow keeps going forward.
Okay, maybe it is.
Okay, can you pull on a little bit, Larry?
I know how to do it. Let me see. I did my mom.
A close up.
Oh, yeah, that was a good one, Patrick.
Pretty, you like it?
You said it was cool.
It's getting there.
The next part is October 19th, 1997, when after I fell out of the treehouse the first time. You'll see the aftermath, what I look like, and it was a pretty bad fall. So without further from me, I'll give you me the next day after the fall from the treehouse the first time.
Yeah, it's on. All right, let's come in here, or let's go. Okay, here it is. I believe the 19th of October, 1997. I fell out of the tree house yesterday, about 16 feet. Broke both wrist and my shoulder, and got a trauma of the head. Got a drill bit in the head, and so I'm not, feeling real good, like I always say, but a little sore.
And you got a big black eye.
Yeah, it looks like I've been in a barroom fight.
And bruises.
I was very fortunate because it could have been a broken neck or who knows what. Could have lost an eye pretty easily.
Absolutely. Could have broke your neck.
Yeah, so I'll be probably around to the house. This gives a whole new dimension to snacking. This does. Oh. That's the only way you can eat there's snacks, so peanuts, whatever. Friday, spiders are out there. New development. I hope nothing's wrong with my eye. Bad. Friday, October 24th. Something.
Turn this thing on.
Well, thank God the doctor said I didn't have a detached retina or anything. Went to an older doctor yesterday, ophthalmologist, Today's Saturday, week after it happened. Hopefully I'll be back to work Tuesday. Seems like I come in and make some calls. Limited duty on the keyboard maybe. Computer. Monday I go in to get my stitches out and see the bone doctor about whether or not my wrists have moved. I hope they haven't moved so that I can get back to work. Spiders are still in my eye. There was some flashing last night that concerned me because one of the ophthalmologists had said that wasn't good. That could be a sign of more severe damage, but we called today and they said the flashing, it's like a arc, kind of a thin line on the right side of my right eye with a flash bulb going off, kind of a line, kind of arc up for the curvature of my eyeball. Oh, if I had done over again, I would have gone up the boards and out into the side of the tree trunk, I'll tell you that. I didn't think the ladder would kick out that way. I didn't think right. Oh well. What's today? The 20th of November. Less than 2 weeks. Get these babies off. This is so much fun. Lots of fun. What'd Sam say? Oh yeah, I got it back to you.
So not only did I have to do architectural design work while when I went back to work, and I was back to work in about a week from the time I broke all those bones. I not only did I have to do architectural design work, I also had to do housekeeping maintenance, sweeping, cleaning the toilets, doing different things around the office. I had to do it all.
Kill it if you want. I mean, oh, so much fun. Oh yeah, pants are falling down. Oh god. Okay. Oh yeah, this is fun too. Oh yeah. Oh. Shit. Oh, I didn't know you were there. Oh god, what a mess. That's been where I went to the bathroom.
Well, the next part of the movie is about when I broke my leg. I fell out of the treehouse again. It wasn't really a fall out as much as I jumped out. I jumped out onto a rope that was 16 foot high up there on the treehouse, and I slid down the rope for about 2 or 3 feet, and my hands were burning so badly that I had to drop the last 12 feet, and I broke my leg. The upcoming movie part is about the broken leg. Excuse the jerkiness and the shakiness. It's my, not me, it's my grandson, John Aaron, 12 years old, and he's probably had too much coffee to drink or something. Anyway, here's the movie.
Yeah.
Alright, today's Saturday, 4th of March year 2000. I broke my leg, and I'm here telling David how it happened. I swung out of the treehouse like a Tarzan. Go over there by that thing over there, sit on the floor. David's visiting us, my brother.
John Aaron.
I thought I could go down this old jute rope, hand over hand, but I went down real fast and I burnt my hand pretty good. And I held on as long as I could, and then I had to let go, because when I got down about 2 or 3 feet, it hurt so bad I dropped the last 12. And I knew it was going to hurt because 2 years ago I broke 3 bones when I fell from the same place. I knew it was going to hurt, but I had a conscious decision, heat or speed, and I took speed. And so no sooner do I get hurt than they put a cast on. They say it's a pretty clean break. They don't think I'll have to be surgery, so I feel so relieved. And I go to the orthopedic surgeon Tuesday, and he says you have to have surgery to go across the street and get my pre-surgical test done, the labs, EKG, over at the doctor's office. So I go across the street, and I'm sitting there to have surgery. Now, Connie's upstairs right now, really sick still. She had one of the most complicated gallbladder surgeries they'd ever done, 2.5 hours long. They said it was so inflamed that they just couldn't figure out how she could have taken the pain. And John Aaron is our doctor. He's taking care of us. That's kind of what happened. Oh, the scary moment. I got to tell you about the frightening part. Okay, I'm in the hospital. It's the night of after my surgery, and I can't pee. I'm talking big time fear. Okay, I knew something. The first alarm I had was when the nurse came back and said, try to pee in the bed bottle, because I have by 3 o'clock. Well, it was 20 after 2, and I thought, that's pressure. I got to pee by 3. What's going on here? Just had surgery. I want to relax. Well, she wanted to have an IO, an in and out. You know, they measure your influids and then they measure your outfluids, and she wanted to have something to write down when she went off her shift. Well, I couldn't pee by 3. Comes about 5 o'clock, and I'd asked what would happen if you couldn't urinate, and they said, we'll have to catheterize you. And I thought, I don't want that, because I had that a couple of years ago. I don't want to be catheterized. I was begging for a catheter at 5 o'clock. I'm laying on the nurse button. And so finally the door opens, and I think the cat's coming, and it's dietary, bringing my meal in. So they bring the meal in. I said, I thought you were the cat. So they put the meal over here. A little bit later, the door opens. They come in and say, was the food all right? I said, I thought you would be the cat. They were trying to get the order cleared by the physician. And I'm going out of my bloody head. So finally, here comes a nurse in with a cat. And oh, God, was I relieved. So she puts it up in, and I said, anything coming out? She says, no. She's kind of dangles it around, pushes it in a little bit more. I said, anything coming out now? She says, no, I seem to have hit an obstruction. Now, I'd asked her before she put it in, I said, now this will take care of it, right? And she said, yeah. And nothing's coming out. And the distension is building up more and more. And I feel like I'm a living explosion ready to happen. And that's when panic. That was the moment of panic. I tell you, I tried to compare this to the ground attack, you know, at Suicut, January 1st, 1968. I think this might have been a little scarier than that. I knew I was going to die at 68, but it might have not been a painful death. It might have been just a clean gunshot wound to the head or something. This was going to be a painful one. So finally, she gets the right avenue up there. She says there seems to have been a constriction or something, and they're narrowing. I said that's because it's probably the TUR I had, the Roto-Rooter I had 2 years ago. They do different plumbing down there. She said, yeah, that was probably it. So she hits the right place, man, and it felt so good. All right, so my relief, Gary comes in about that time. I wouldn't have wanted to see anybody, but after I was relieved, Gary came in. I enjoyed my meal. I ate everything. Then I lay there and I start wondering, what if I can't pee the next time? And I couldn't pee the next time. It was a nighttime, and I'd get up and try to pee, and they keep coming back. And what I thought was going to end up happening was I was going to have a leg bag put around me, you know, and I thought that's going to be fun, going around in your crutches with catheter going kabong, kabong, kabong at your penis, you know. Or they're going to send me over to urology at Grand Hospital. I'm going to have, man, it got real complicated in my brain. But fortunately, about 2, 3 o'clock that morning, it started trickling out, and I was able to give him some urine and go home.
Man.
So what have you been doing? Any excitement in your life?
No, none at all. No. Spent last weekend moving Davey to Denver.
Now, what'd you move in? A truck?
He had a 20-foot Penske truck and trailer. And,
How many miles? That's good little ways, isn't it?
almost 800 miles, about 800 miles.
So you made one trip?
Yeah, we got it in there. I don't think we could have put one more piece in there, but we got every stinking piece in there. Then he and I went in the truck, and her mom went in Davey's car, and then they had to have her car not towed. They had the car carrier take it out. So we loaded up all day long on Friday. Started, he had some movers over to help, and then we finished it up. And then we left at rush hour on Friday at 5 o'clock and headed up towards Denver. Made it as far as Amarillo the first night, which was about we drove 6 or 7 hours. About midnight we pulled in.
Mr. John, he's helped Connie and I. This is the second day now. Show David how you can do the crutches. He knows the mechanics of it too. He can take them apart. I didn't know how to do all that there stuff. He makes it sound like a shotgun sometimes.
Oh wow!
He made it. He adjusted it to even his size. He helped us make breakfast and brings me my medicines. And,
oh yeah, there you go. Hope you don't need those.
yeah. Well, you've been busy, David.
A little bit. See you next time. I'll be back.
You gotta turn it on.
Yeah.
I don't see the red light on. I guess it is.
Come visit us.
Tell Davey I miss him, like to see him, and get caught up with everything he's done.
Yeah.
Meet his girlfriend, and tell Maureen I hope she's over her pain. She's still got back pain.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, give me now too. Just a little bit. Not much. Okay. Move down and get to the top. I hate this. Thank God. March 5th. 2000. Connie and I both laid up sick. Connie with her gallbladder out, and he with a broken leg. With a broken leg, and John Aaron's been one of the best helpers I've seen around in a long time.